Hey, welcome to the channel and welcome to my little series that I've decided to do after embarking on the start of what I would like to call a massive adventure. Essentially, what I want to talk about is really what I'm going to do and why I'm doing it and how's it going. So, without further ado, I have decided to run the Simpson Desert Ultramarathon. How did this come across? Well, I was watching a runner one night. I was just up late watching YouTube and I saw a guy called Jeff Pelletier. I'm going to send all the links, and if I get the name wrong, sorry. French, Canadian, Australian, a little bit of a difference. Right. He was running the Namibia leg of Run the Planet, and I thought that looks incredible. I like an adventure and I like some pretty out there goals. So I figured I'm going to give the Simpson Desert a go. Why not? Why not choose to, one, do your first race as an ultramarathon, and to do it essentially in one of the harshest conditions on the planet in the Australian desert. So 100 Ks, yeah, sure, why not? Other things were, to this video is I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional video maker, as you can see from this. I don't have a professional YouTube channel. I don't really care to get subscribers or anything like that. I'm trying to stay on top of tech, so this is kind of why I do these. And I'm a useless runner and I'm very unfit. So essentially I started last year in August, September, straight from the couch. And I've watched enough videos and seen enough training to go, okay, I need to go slow. So what I was doing was building up slowly. August, September, I think I ran maybe 15 Ks all up for the whole month. So not much, just doing like 1K intervals. I run the local bay run. I'll try to chuck a map in here. And then walk the rest. I was just trying to build up. October came along. Again, I'm going to show in my an image that's in my Garmin. So I think I ran about 20 Ks that month. And then once I got to December, by the December the sort of 15th, I'd ran about 55 Ks at the start of December. So I was getting there. And I knew that this was going to be a slog. I'm not young. I'm, 39 this year. I've got injuries. I've got arthritis in my knees. Just little things like that, and we'll talk about kind of a few other things that have happened. By no means did I think that this run would be easy at all. I knew it would be tricky, and I just wanted something to do, and this was it. Basically, I got to December and I got to the 16th and I subbed in for a little friendly game of touch rugby. And I came really hard down on my foot and fractured my cuboid bone, which is a bone that kind of connects in between the foot and the ankle, I suppose. I'll try to chuck an image there. And I was in this bad boy. So I had a moon boot for 6 weeks. It was meant to be 6 weeks, but I'm not very good at sitting still, and I did myself a mischief, and I decided to go for a little jog, which kept me in this for 8 weeks. Because I didn't listen to my body and I'm not young anymore. I then tore my calf, which was a couple more weeks off. So you'll see post December 16 until February, I ran not even 1 meter. I was confined basically to strolling around, walking or on crutches. So that sucked. But it is what it is, and I'm kind of back into training now, about 70%. Last week, I think I clocked up with running intervals, walks. I think last week I may have got to sort of, your 40 Ks kind of for the week, which, again, slow and steady. I wanted to talk about, this video is pretty much intended for people like me. You've rolled off the couch, you've got your YouTube goggles on, and you think, I'm going to give it a go. If you're my age and you're unfit, I think there's stuff we do need to talk about, and one of them is shoes. I started in basically gym shoes, and I found the sole of my foot, it was getting pretty sore. So I was told, get these shoes, which I'll show you here. So I got the Asics Kayano Gel 27s. And what I'll say is they're a good all-rounder shoe. Like, you can do anything you want in them, but I don't find them to be a really good shoe for me to run too much in. I'm not made out of money. I can't just go, well, it didn't work for me, so I'm just going to offload them and get a new pair. As you can tell, I've clocked quite a few Ks in these shoes now, because I, have to wear them out before I can replace them. And that's something I did. Something I took seriously coming into this is knowing full well that if I don't plan to run this race, I'll never get to do it. So I actually have a physiotherapist and a podiatrist on my side. So I use Envy Physiotherapy here in Balmain in Sydney, and also the Running Science, which is in Rozelle. So I'm, located in the inner west myself. The Bay Run is my, training location, you would say. I ran those shoes out and I went to the podiatrist, and essentially they told me my GoPro turns itself off, so you'll see me every now and again grab it, but that's all right. My podiatrist essentially took a video of me running, and what we saw was my foot when I run goes like that. And my knees knock, which I already knew they did that, but I didn't know my foot did this. So I got this pair of Brooks Levitate Stealth. Look, they're a great shoe, but again, I don't think they're for me. They're very firm down here, and I needed something a bit softer. And I think, when you watch every single video or review, these are for really serious runners. They've got some stuff inbuilt into them that, if you run sub 5 minute, kilometers, they help you sprint. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm running 8K, like 8 minute kilometers. I'm very slow. My goal is to run and complete an ultramarathon, not sprint to make the Olympics. Those days are long gone. They never existed. And there's specs on them like drop. And, again, my physio and podiatrist recommended slowly cut down on the drop. Kayanas, I think, are about 10 mil drop. These are 8. Don't ask me about that sort of stuff. I'm listening to the professionals. I'm not a professional in this. Again, I'll try to chuck links onto all the other people that I do watch. To get these shoes, I listened to a podiatrist, and I actually watched the Run Testers, which are a great mob of guys and girls into their running. I'll try to chuck a link on. I don't know how to really use this sort of stuff. And if you're watching my channel, you've clearly scrolled through much better people to get here. Other things I want to talk about, like with gear, I said I tore my calf, so I had to get some of these socks. You'll see that I got the wrong ones. They're the 2XU compression socks. These are for sitting on an aeroplane, not running. But they do the same max. But I'll walk further, and they really do help. If you're like me and you pack a bit of weight, I chafe really badly, and I've tried most forms of underwear. The ones that work for me are these Bonds, right? They are Bonds X Temp Sports, I believe, and they're not cotton, or hang on, what are they? Polyester. They breathe pretty well. I've never chafed once. These are now like my 6th or 7th pair, so they do wear out. There are apparently really good running undies out there, but they come with a price tag, and these do the trick very well. I've got different pairs of running shorts, Under Armours, Nikes and stuff. The best ones I found were these Nike dry fit running shorts. They have the inner, and I like my shorts like long. So again, they're long. They've got a pocket in the back. They won't fit an iPhone. You fit your key and an ATM card. But I've never chafed with these two combinations. I ran without undies in these, just to wear the inners. Chafe like a beep. So I've got to always wear undies, and if I chafe, there's another week out of running. I can't run. It's just that bad. And also, I've used these before on cold days. They're the 2XU running leggings. I actually found them really useful. So look, you're a hack like me, you've rolled off the couch, you're going to need some help. That's just the way it is. So there's some, items for you. However, with the shoe, if I go back to the Brooks, what happens with my foot is if you're like this, my foot actually, and my camera's doing it again, so bear with me. Sorry about that, guys. As you can tell, my full professional studio doesn't work. Right, I roll like this, so it sits over. And what does that do? Well, that does that. Yep. So currently I'm nursing a 1-week infected blister, which again is stuff and running up as well. So I guess the point of this video is to think, we all get the YouTube videos, we watch people whitewater kayak, or if you're watching the adventure channels, where to camp, where to surf, and we go, yeah, I'm going to do it. And that's what happened with me with this run, and I'm finding just injuries and injuries and injuries. I'm not giving up on my goal, it's just I'm having to work out how to get this done. So where are we now? Well, here's what happens when life does life. Me and my wife have been planning and trying for a long time, and we are finally pregnant. So I've decided to cancel the 2023 attempt because our first child is due in July, and I just can't risk it. It's not worth, nothing is worth missing this moment, having my first child. And like I said, it's planned, and it's not been the easiest route to get here as well. So yeah, I'm going to now go for 2024, which has really relieved a lot of pressure off my shoulders, because I really wanted to get this 2023 and I didn't want to fail, and I was applying a lot of stress and pressure. When I decided to change to 2024, I spoke to my physio, much better plan. We get more things running. I'm now back at training at the 70%. Obviously with the blister that just happened, it's not working. I'm going to actually run these out and then try a new pair. I've been watching the run testers again. I'm looking at maybe some of those On Cloud kind of shoes. I think that's the brand. They got what seem to be softer, and there's a couple Hokers that again look softer. So I've just got to shop around, because I need to run in the right shoes for this training, or I'll never get to the end goal. And the end goal is finishing that ultra marathon. I've really, since watching the videos of not only Jeff now, a bunch of other YouTubers who are doing this, and I'll try to chuck as many links as I can. Again, not a professional, so I don't really know how to actually insert links and stuff. I'll try to teach myself. But yeah, it looks like it's got a great community around it, and people who are running it are, the people who are like me trying to run it are more than happy to try to make friends along the way. And that's ultimately really what I want to do it for. I was told, to start making these videos just for a bit of fun on the side when I go camping a fair bit and kayaking a fair bit, and why not make a video and just have a bit of a laugh with it. So I hope this has helped anyone who's kind of thinking about running it and thinking, what could happen. My advice is to start slow, work out the gear that you need. And well, I guess the only other thing is to start running. Even if it's 500 meters or a K, try to get something in most days, even if it's stretching or whatever. I will make a video to go into my little running series to show you kind of some of my stretches and rolling and all that sort of stuff. It, doesn't really, it all matters, but watching those sort of things doesn't matter. Just do what you've got to do. And that's all I've got for you guys. Yeah. I'm not one of those people that you got to like and subscribe or anything like that. I'm just making the videos for fun. All right. Have fun.